Hello and welcome back to another Braille Note Touch Plus snapshot video tutorial. In this video tutorial, we are going to go through the various ways of navigating within a book using the Easy Reader Plus application. Our learning objectives are 1. How to read a book in both Braille and audio. 2. Navigating effectively in a book. And lastly, 3. Useful shortcut keys. Before continuing with this video tutorial, please ensure that you have successfully downloaded a book. For more related Easy Reader Plus video tutorials that can assist you in these tasks, please visit Humour's YouTube channel. Okay, so I have opened my recently downloaded book. It's a Harry Potter book, and I need to know how to navigate around this book efficiently as well as effectively. In addition to navigating, we will touch base on some of the most commonly used Braille shortcuts that will help us read effectively around our books within Easy Reader Plus. So I'm going to start with how we would read with Braille in mind. Now, at the very front edge of the Braille Note Touch Plus, we have the Humanware signature thumb keys. There are 4 thumb keys. The 2 inside are larger and the 2 outer thumb keys are smaller. The 2 inside thumb keys are known as left and right. So the left-hand side is your left panning key, and your inner rightmost thumb key is your right panning thumb key. So as I press my right inner thumb key, my Braille display will continue to refresh and allows me to read my book in a Braille way. It's also worth noting that this is an optimized application so that there are no requirements to turn over a page. This, I know, can be very annoying in some of those third-party reading applications. And the benefit of this is that it allows reading Braille seamlessly without any interruptions at all. So to read in Braille, as I mentioned, the 2 inside thumb keys, these are the larger keys of the 4 thumb keys that we'll be using to continuously read in Braille. So I'm going to use my inner right thumb key.
This accessible media has been made available to people with bona fide disabilities that affect reading.
Now, because I have the speech on, it's of course inevitable that the speech will turn on when the focus turns. But as I move in my Braille display or pressing my thumb keys, it's continuously reading the whole paragraph. Once it comes out of that paragraph, it then will
Copyright notice title.
Section. As you can hear it there, it's just jumped to the next item. And that can be really useful in an education environment. The teacher will know exactly where a student is as the paragraph or the item is highlighted. It's highlighted with yellow background and a green box for those that can see the screen. So that's how you'd read using Braille. And again, if you wanted to go backwards, you could use your most inner left thumb key as well. But for those that prefer audio, there are a couple of ways of listening through the book. We can use the action button on that right side edge of the Touch Plus. For those of you that were familiar with the original Touch, this was also used within the Victor Reader application to perform the same tasks. One press will start, and another press will then stop. So let's give that a go. So I'm going to press my far right action keys on the right-hand side edge of your Braille Note Touch Plus.
Title: Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone. J. K. Rowling. Copyright 1000. Pause.
And I'm going to
1997 by J.K. Rowling.
So that action key is used as a start-stop. The alternative method is to use the traditional keysoft reading shortcuts. So like when you're in Keyword or any other application and you want to listen to a document, you can press space with G. Space of G for go will start the audio, and pressing both enter and backspace together will pause the speech. So let's give that a go. I'm going to press space with G.
1997 by J.K. Rowling. This notice is not part of the copyrighted work, which begins below after the phrase reading content. Bookshare distributes this accessible media under restrictions set forth by
backspace and enter to pause. Okay. Now, for your information, at any point, you can leave the book and open another book. You could also close the application and then later resume the application, knowing that the Easy Reader Plus has the intelligence to remember your last location. So you'll never lose your place. Again, very similar things that the Victor Reader application offered us as well. Okay, but what if now then we needed to jump to a few pages, maybe even navigate to a chapter? Perhaps my teacher is saying to the class, okay, everyone, let's all turn to page 33. Well, let me show you how we can do this. So a common shortcut that's used within Easy Reader Plus is Backspace with B for Bravo. This opens up the book navigational options. And from here, I can then choose to jump to headings, pages, and even bookmarks. And for more information about bookmarks, there will be an additional video tutorial for that. But first, let's go and open up or search for a page. Okay, so remember that command, Backspace with B.
Pause. Book navigation. Book navigation. Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone, 0%. Select.
I need to navigate to my pages icon. So I'm going to use my far left thumb key here to go back.
Bookmarks.
I have bookmarks.
Pages.
And then I have pages. So I'm going to select pages by pressing my cursor key.
Search.
Okay, and there should be a search box amongst this page. So I'm going to use my thumb keys to go forward.
Search edit box.
Okay, and there's the search edit box. I'm going to select by pressing my cursor.
Search edit box.
And I'm now going to type in page 33. So a number sign, and then 33, and then press the enter.
33.
Okay, the focus then jumps to my first item in the results, and it's picked up page 33. So I'm going to press the cursor key, or you can press the enter key at this stage.
Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone. There was a horrible smell in the kitchen the next morning when Harry went in for breakfast. It seemed to be coming from...
Okay, I'm going to pause that. So on selecting that page, I'm then immediately focused on the text that appears on page 33. Let's also try a chapter. Performing the same shortcut, Backspace with B, I then would like to select headings. So Backspace and B to open up my navigation setting.
Book navigation. 33, selected.
I'm currently on my pages, so I'm going to use my far left thumb key to go to headings.
32, 31, 30, 20, 28, 27, 26.
Or you can press your space 1, 2, 3 to go top of this
top. Search, edit box.
Page, and then use
multi-page
my far
view,
left
bookmarks, pages, select headings.
Okay, headings is now
List
selected.
9. Chapter 3, the letters from no one 10%, selected.
Of headings that are available to me. So please note though that these navigation methods are dependent on the book. So in some cases it might offer us more levels of navigation. For this example, the Harry Potter book is just offering various chapters. So let's jump to chapter 10. So all I'm going to do again is use my far right thumb key. I'm going to go to chapter 10.
Chapter 4, the keeper of the chapter 5, chapter 6, the chapter 7, the chapter 8, the post, chapter 9, chapter 10, Halloween 46%.
Okay, and here we are, chapter 10. I'm going to select that by pressing the cursor key.
Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone, chapter 10, Halloween.
Okay, and again, straight away, it takes me to the chapter 10 within the book as soon as I select that item in the search results. Another most common way of navigating is using the navigation settings. Now, please don't get confused between our book navigation and our navigation settings. Book navigation is purely all of the navigations that you can do that's dedicated to that book. The navigation setting is something that is a global setting. Now, this is a familiar Keysoft shortcut that we have used to open up the navigational settings in the past. This, however, really is only beneficial for selecting page or heading navigation. And once you've chosen your preferred navigation setting, you'll then press your space with dots 4 and 6 together, which can be used to move forward by that element. Or you can use space with 1, 3, that will move back by that chosen navigational element. So let's give this a go. So I'm going to press space T. This will open up my navigation setting.
Navigation settings. Radio button checked. 5 minutes.
And here you will find that there are various options. There are 15 seconds, 2 minutes, 5 minutes, book default, page, and heading 1 only. As I mentioned, page and heading 1 only are probably the only beneficial setting here in this case. So I'm going to go ahead and select heading 1.
Radio button, not checked. Heading 1 only.
Okay, I'm going to select.
Chapter 10, Halloween.
I'm now going to move forward now by my headings. So going from this book, I believe as I press my space for 6, it will probably go to chapter 11. Let's give it a go.
We should have gotten more. Chapter 11, Quidditch.
There we have it. And if I wanted to go backwards, space with 1, 3.
As the owls fluttered in Chapter 10, Halloween.
Okay, so that's how you would change your heading styles. And again, there was the page options there. So again, if you want to navigate by pages, instead of going to your book navigation, you can press your space with T, change your element to page, and then you can press space 4, 6 to go forward by page, or space 1 and 3 to go backwards by a page. And lastly, what kind of reading application would it be without the ability to find text string? Using the well-known Keysoft shortcut, space with F, will allow me to search for text. So let's try that. So space with F.
Ease search. Edit box. Ease read plus.
And I'm going to search for, let's say, snake. Wouldn't it be a Harry Potter book without snakes? And I'm going to press enter.
.6 deleted.
Okay. So after pressing enter, I'm going to now use my right outer thumb keys, and it will take me through all the results, all the text strings that have the word snake.
Clear query button. I quickly found the largest snake in the place. It could ha. Chapter 2, The Vanishing Glass, 9%.
It then gives me more information about where that word has been found, relevant to the book. So it's saying to me it's in chapter 2 and it's 9% of the book. If that's where I'd like to go, I can press the confirm key by pressing enter or press the cursor key.
Harry Potter Dudley quickly found the largest snake in the place. It could have wrapped its body twice around Uncle Vernon.
So now we've covered the various ways of navigating within a book. I'm sure you will find one particular method that you will prefer. For more information on how to search for books and other tasks, including inserting bookmark and navigating by bookmarks, then please visit Humanware's additional video tutorials. So to summarize then, we have learned how to read our book both in Braille and audio environments. So remember, those 2 inside thumb keys is what we would use to pan right and pan left. For audio, we have the various different choices. We have the action button on that right side edge that we can press to start and stop the audio, or we can use the traditional Keysoft method, space with G for go to start the audio, and enter and backspace to pause the audio. We've also learned how to move forward and backwards by several navigable elements. As I mentioned, let's not get confused between our book navigation and navigation settings. Our book navigation will allow us to open up various different chapters or headings and pages, as well as bookmarks. And our navigation setting will allow us to choose from seconds to minutes to pages and headings. And as I mentioned previously, the 2 beneficial ones there are the page and heading elements. And to go forwards and backwards by those elements, it would be space 4 and 6 and space 1 and 3. We've also learned how to find a word and a page. So the shortcut space plus F will allow us to start typing for keywords. And for a page, we have to open up the book navigation by pressing backspace plus B and navigating to the page section, which there is a search edit field. And the common easy reader plus Braille shortcuts, well, we've learned a few today. It's backspace plus B, as we know, is the book navigation, the space plus T, which is the navigation settings, and using space 4, 6 to move forward, and space plus 1 and 3 to move backwards. And then lastly, that space plus F for find. Thanks for watching and stay tuned for more upcoming snapshot videos.